Naomi Ashino never believed in curses. She was a woman of logic, a Kenyan historian who spent her days buried in archives, translating faded letters and piecing together forgotten tales of East Africa's colonial past. But all of that certainty fractured on the night her grandmother, Nyanya Selina, placed a small black velvet box in her hands. Inside lay a silver ring, delicate but hauntingly beautiful. The band was etched with tiny patterns that spiraled inward like vines reaching for a secret center. "This belonged to your great-grandmother, Achieng," Nyanya said, her voice hushed. "She claimed the ring whispered back when the world was asleep." Naomi laughed at first, but her grandmother's eyes were heavy with seriousness. "Promise me," she warned, "never to wear it at midnight." Naomi slipped the ring onto her finger anyway, smiling at the way it shimmered in the lamplight. That night, at exactly midnight, the whispers began. At first it was faint, like the rustle of pages in the dark. Then came words, a woman's voice. "Naomi, I have waited for you." Naomi bolted upright in bed, heart pounding. The ring glowed faintly against her skin. "Who are you?" Naomi whispered. "I am Achieng, your blood, your shadow. They silenced me, but through this ring I can speak again. Help me finish my story." Terrified, Naomi yanked the ring off, tossing it onto her desk. The whispers stopped instantly. The silence was unbearable. She stared at the ring, torn between fear and a historian's hunger for truth. The next day, Naomi returned to the archives, combing through forgotten Spanish shipping records. That's when she found the name, Diego Morales, a Spanish jeweler who vanished from Nairobi in 1952. He was last seen with a Kenyan woman named Achieng Ashino. Naomi froze. Her great-grandmother. Determined, Naomi booked a research trip to Spain. Her fellowship gave her access to old family estates, where she discovered Diego's workshop in Seville. Dust-covered tools lay scattered across the room, but one sketchbook remained intact. Inside were dozens of drawings of the same ring, her ring. On the final page, Diego had written in Spanish, "At midnight it speaks." That night, Naomi couldn't resist. She slipped on the ring again, now in Spain. The whispers came stronger, clearer. "You found him, haven't you? Diego, he loved me. But his brother Louis wanted the ring. He betrayed us. Find his letters, Naomi. They'll tell you everything." Naomi's heart raced. This was no hallucination. She was being guided across continents by a voice from the dead. Naomi found herself hunted by shadows. A man in a gray coat trailed her through Seville's narrow streets. Anonymous notes slipped under her hotel door warned, "Leave the past buried." But Naomi pressed on. At midnight, she questioned the ring. "Why does it whisper only at midnight?" she asked. "Because midnight is the hour between worlds," Achieng's voice replied. "The time when the living and the dead touch hands. Diego gave me the ring to protect me, but Louis killed him for it. My story was silenced. Finish it, Naomi. Let the world know. Naomi's rational mind warred with her pounding heart. But when she uncovered a hidden trunk in Seville's cathedral archives, letters from Louis confessing to Diego's murder, she knew the whispers spoke truth. As Naomi read the final letter, the man in the gray coat burst into the archive chamber. He wasn't a stranger. He was Javier Morales, great-grandson of Louis. That ring doesn't belong to you, Javier snarled. It belongs to my family. Naomi clutched it to her chest. Your family stole it in blood. Javier lunged. But as his hand touched the ring, a scream filled the air, not from Naomi, but from the ring itself. A spectral force hurled Javier backward. The candles blew out, plunging them into darkness. Finish it, Naomi, a Chiang's voice cried. Tell our story, make the world remember us. Naomi returned to Kenya, her heart heavy with the weight of the past. At midnight, she put the ring on for the last time. In her small Nairobi apartment, the whispers filled the room. But this time, they were not only Chiang's. Diego's voice joined hers, warm and broken. Thank you, he whispered. Because of you, we are remembered. Naomi wept as the ring grew unbearably hot. The silver band split apart, crumbling into dust that scattered across her desk. The whispers faded, leaving only silence. For the first time since she'd worn it, Naomi felt free. Months later, Naomi stood at a book launch in Nairobi. Her latest work, The Ring That Whispered at Midnight, chronicled Chiang, and Diego's forbidden love and Louis's betrayal. The world would know their story. As she signed copies, Naomi glanced at her bare hand where the ring had once glowed. For a fleeting second, she thought she heard a faint whisper, soft, like a sigh of relief. Then it was gone. But Naomi knew some stories never truly end.